da 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 da. Mm.
No alarm clock, I woke up peacefully. That silence speaks to me. Sounds like it just might be a perfect day. Another 24 trying to turn dirt to pay. Got a job, I ain't really gotta work today. Got a pretty thing with me and she works.
What's up, y'all? It's Xmedia. We got Junior here. Do a quick little interview. Let y'all know what's upcoming with Junior, and let y'all know a little bit more about Junior. So first off, who are you?
My name is Junior. I represent Austin, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Young unsigned artist, rap hip hop artist out of Austin, Texas.
Cool. All right. So what made you pursue a career in music, rap?
Music first, because when I was little, like I played instruments. So when I was in school, I played saxophone and I started learning to play piano. So music was just always around, you know. And I started writing. I didn't know it was rap. I just started writing down like feelings and thoughts and stuff. And eventually it turned into rap. And I built a style of mine. And you know, that's kind of what made me say, hey, like I'm good at this. I can do this. You know what I'm saying? So
Cool.
I liked it, and I just kind of went with it from there.
Okay. So I guess my next question is, everybody has a way on how they create a song. What's your thought process on how you create a song from, I guess, conception to the finished product that what the listeners get to hear?
I have a lot of different ways that I write songs. I guess the most typical way, though, that it usually happens is I hear a beat and it'll prompt an idea in my head, and from there, you know, syllables will start to hit me. I always thought something that was weird about the way I write songs is syllables will hit me before actual words and ideas do. So like rhyming syllables will hit me and I'll figure out, okay, like what can I put in between these two syllables to connect with the idea of the song, and then they end up rhyming, so that's the rap part of it, you know what I mean? But you know, that's pretty much how that goes. I'll also have it to where I write something and I don't touch it for a long time, then I finally hear a beat that matches the two ideas connect. And I've had it happen that way before. You know, it really is just, it's different every time. Like I said, the most typical way, you know, I hear a beat first.
Yeah.
You know.
Cool, that makes sense. So I guess, so to the consumer or to the listener, what do you want them to grasp or take away from your music? Like, what are you trying to tell people? I guess if we had to take Junior's music in a nutshell, what do you want the listeners to know from your music?
I mean, I think you just said it. Junior's music, from beginning to end, right, wrong, up, down, left, or right. Like you're looking at an individual, you know, and this individual has took it upon himself to wave the flag of individuality. You know what I mean? Like when I think about my music, like it really is like it's so personal that really that's what it is. It's Junior's music, and anything that you hear came from me, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not a rapper who goes and asks somebody else to write bars for me. Like everything I write is from the heart and soul, you know what I mean? So that's really the best way. You said it, the best way. It's Junior's music, man. Like that's what it is.
Cool.
And hopefully we'll make that worth something. You know?
Okay. That's what's up. How long do you see yourself doing this? You know, like some people come in the game, say, I want to, like if you make it big or when you make it big, like are you going to be one of those guys that changes, or you feel yourself saying you're going to make, you know, if you reach this plateau then you're through with the game, or you know how some rappers say I'm going to retire? Like will you ever, you know, see yourself leaving the rap game, or you think you're here to stay for the long haul, no matter how well you do or how much money you make from doing what you love?
Yeah, I mean, I answer both questions. Number one, yes, I will change. So I'm telling anybody that's watching interviews,
hey,
go ahead, like
being real.
Like I'm telling you right now, like people try to act like they stay the same the entire thing, but like I feel like the idea that I always be true to my individualism will stay the same. But like I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like when things get serious, I'm gonna take my business differently than I did when I just had a couple quarters. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You don't behave the same way you did when you had a couple quarters as when you have. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, the things will change, but I think the main thing that's hip hop fans are learning is they're learning how to grow with an artist. So like people who knew a hip hop artist when he was first starting his grind, and he eventually made something out of it. They're learning that, okay, I think the idea of a rapper growing is becoming more known to the hip hop listener. The fact that we understand that this guy is not who he was 3 years ago.
Gotcha.
And so album.
And along with that, I guess your music's gonna
change. If your music was always a form of expression, your thoughts and ideas are gonna change as you grow.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna change. You know what I'm saying? Change is not always bad. People act like change is always horrible, but some artists have changed for the better.
Gotcha.
And so I feel like I could be one of those artists. I always want to have something to do with hip hop, whether that be the culture, the music. Even I'm not one of those dudes. I want to be like 50 recording albums. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not what I see for myself right now. I hope when I'm that old, maybe I've built up enough influence, or maybe I could own like a magazine, or like maybe own a brand that influences the culture. And that might be my way of being involved with hip hop. But I feel like hip hop is such a dynamic to everything. Whether you're in the culture or not, even the way people view our culture, that's hip hop. You know what I mean? So, like, I would always love to be involved with that aesthetic at all times. I would love to.
Yeah. It's long lived, man. It's gonna be out there forever.
I feel like think about like the leaps and bounds hip hop has made in the last 10, even like 20 years. And then think like, if we do just what we did in the last 10 years, in the next 10 years, think about how much crazier it'll be.
Yeah.
So. I would definitely love to be involved. I'd love to have a huge hand in hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So what's your material? Like, who influences your material? Like, it could be another rapper or just anything besides rap. Like, what influences you? It could be an artist. It could be anything. It could be life. Like, what influences your music? Like, if you could take a sum of all your songs or your records, mixtapes. What do you think, what's the main driving force of the material in your music?
I think the main driving force is, I think all of my music comes down to the idea that I could be better today than I was yesterday, and I can be better tomorrow than I was today. Like progression, you know what I mean? And I feel like the artists who inspire me, the ideas that inspire me, the situations that inspire me, whether they've been mine situations or me watching people around me situation, all root from progression. Okay. The idea that, hey, this was me, you know what I'm saying? Back then they didn't want me. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like all of my music stems from progression. Like the idea to take something and give it time and give it your effort and devotion and watch it grow and look back and then look to the future. Like I really think progression is the main thing that inspires every bar, everything, you know what I'm saying? Like to look at how we were doing it a year ago at this time, and then think about if we stay on our, you know what I'm saying, we stay on our grind, how we can do it. Exactly.
So what we have next to look out for? What are you working on? Like, what can you tell the folks to look forward to?
Well, all of 2012 been a crazy year, but pretty much all of 2012 shows, management, everything has been devoted to Martin McFly Jr., which is my third mixtape. And I call it a mixtape, but you know what I'm saying, like speaking to the people who understand these titles, it's really an LP. It's an album. Okay. But, I call it a mixtape because number one, it is free. And number two, I think people are more comfortable. That term makes them like, I'll check out your mixtape, as opposed to like, I'll check out your LP. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like the term is more used.
Mixtape's more
right. So I call it that, but really it's all original music. This is music that you've never heard before. So you can't say like I went and grabbed Old Boy's beat or whatever. But
so everything's original.
Everything's
beats.
Original beats, writing. The idea behind it is that Martin McFly and Junior, like Martin McFly, each name being a different aspect of me as a person. Okay. So when you say the name Martin, thinking of the part of me that's progressive for my society and my culture and my everything that would be forthgoing in the mind. And the McFly is like the extra, because everybody has the extra. The McFly, the need to splurge, the fly. And then Junior being the artist that encompasses both of those. And so Martin McFly Jr. and I've just been taking really, really good, really special attention to it. It's one of those things I haven't taken lightly, because my second mixtape showed me if you take your time with music, people notice. My first mixtape, it did decent, but my second one, I noticed I took an entire year to look for beats and record sounds, and so I really took that same approach with this one. I got a lot of the people in my city, as well as other cities in Texas, to collaborate, and it's working out. Like they're liking where the record's going. When I collab with people, I play them a couple other records, and everybody's liking what I'm playing them. So I'm ready to just kind of lock down the project and release it. You know,
sounds great.
First time having a machine behind the project. You know, this last August I got signed to In My Sight Management. So this is the first time that I actually have to take an entire project to a faculty, a staff, and be like, look, this is what I've been doing. So it's like it feels a little more professional and things like that, you know. So I'm excited, man. It's a progress.
Wow. Well, it was good doing the interview. You know, I appreciate you spending time, you know, with Xmedia, giving us the opportunity.
Shout out to Xmedia, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
About to hit the fan. My mama downstairs making grits and ham. I'ma scoop Markel, then we get to lamb. J Car on the way, it's just a fam. I hop off the mattress. Getting fresh, I'm good without practice. Fresh pair of the 9s on my 2 feet. Never catch JR with no whack kicks. Log in to chase.